Nigeria, Africa's most populous nation, is battling one of its worst humanitarian crises. Hunger, poverty, and severe malnutrition. More than 30 million people are at risk of extreme food shortages.
Gurasa guda biyu nake ci 500. To yanzu wata ran a yanzu haka ma akwai mai bi na 500.
Rising food prices, insecurity, climate change, and cuts in foreign aid have left millions sleeping on empty stomachs. This deepening hunger crisis has led to widespread malnutrition. Hospitals are overwhelmed. Children lie to a bed, and healthcare workers struggle to cope.
Hunger and malnutrition can be linked.
In this documentary, we ask a difficult question. What's the way out of Nigeria's hunger and malnutrition crisis?
In many other parts of the country, farmers are feeling the pinch of climate change as their farms are devastated by floods in some part and extreme drought in other areas.
Here you can see the effect of climate change. The lands are so dried and it has affected the production in this particular farm.
Da ita ambaliyar ruwa idan ta zo tana tafiya da gaba ɗaya amfanin gona ne. To muna fuskantar wannan matsalar sosai. Ni ma gona ta taɓa yi haka, mun yi transplanting ba daɗewa bai fi 1 month ba aka yi ambaliyar ruwa. So gaba ɗaya muka tashi ba mu samu komai ba.
We've been left behind for too long. This climate smart awareness we're talking about did not just start today. It started a long time ago when our ozone layers was affected, being depleted. The awareness has been on for long, but never too late. Nigeria has caught on with creating the awareness and fighting it, especially when it concerns agriculture. A lot of people did not know that part of what's causing this hunger in the land and food scarcity is climate change.
One of the good things is that there is a lot of awareness now. We have moved from a stage where people were skeptical of climate change to a stage where now even the lowest farmer in the village can tell you about changing yanayi, as they call it. And this can be done through policies, through awareness creations, through education.
With increase in sensitization, advocacy, research, some farmers are now beginning to adopt those climate smart practices, which are strategies that we, the ministry as well, we're trying to push hard. So as it is now from the ministry, we find out that most of our projects that are going out to states, we encompass each component of sensitization in it. This is just to create awareness as well.
The approach of the ministry in collaboration with NABG now will now address it, because we have just finished a meeting now in which we're discussing the framework. So that climate smart agriculture framework will kind of give us a basis and the template for addressing the challenges.
Through the implementation of government policy, it has become imperative for the research and development arm of the ministry to engage with stakeholders to be able to have policy nexus and feedback within the system, so that it will continuously put the ministry on the right trajectory. So the engagement with NABG is actually very, very crucial to us. And under the PMS, the current performance management strategy, the research is expected, the research division, so expect to work very closely with almost all the private sector arms in terms of data gathering and also information to serve as feedback for policy.
We thought it's best to create a policy framework that allows or supports the adoption of climate smart agriculture across the country. So this we have done also, has been validated, We're also at the verge of getting it approved with the Ministry of Agriculture and the Federal Executive Council. But it's interesting to note that some subnationals have already started to think to adopt those practices to implement within their states. A case in point is Katsina State.
The government needs to make sure that farmers are encouraged to use seeds instead of grains. And then you have to use also technology to look at the changing times, to look at what climate change is doing to us, and then proffer solutions and giving them drought-resistant seeds, giving them technologies to mitigate climate change, advise them as to plant against or from or far away from flood-prone areas and things like that. This, and then, of course, minimize post-harvest loss, bring in mechanization. That way, it will enhance the productivity of the smallholder farmer. The aggregate of the smallholder farmer's production will be the engine room for Nigeria's agricultural growth.
The overall goal is to build resilience and foster increased productivity for better livelihoods and increased revenues.
You become sustainable and profitable if you embrace smart agricultural practices, okay? And you become resilient. And when you're also having the right policies in processing, which leads to export, which leads to foreign direct investment. These are two key timely, and the word is timely policies being driven by NABG. And really, NABG is the only institution in Nigeria that can effectively drive it.
Agriculture and food systems contribute about a third of total emissions, according to the OECD. This worrisome reality has resulted in the push towards climate-smart agriculture, but adoption remains slow, especially in Nigeria and sub-Saharan Africa. This is what the NABG seeks to address in Nigeria with the Climate-Smart Agriculture (CSA) policy framework. The framework offers a comprehensive strategy for transforming and modernizing the agricultural sector, making it more resilient and sustainable in the face of climate change. Thankfully, some Nigerian agribusiness owners are beginning to take advantage of low-hanging fruits with regards to climate-smart agriculture (CSA).